Okay, real quick, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on Obama's press conference. Well, it might not be real quick. I've been getting politically involved lately with everything that's been going on. And a lot of other gun channels on YouTube are making the same statement. If you own a gun or you want to purchase a gun, you don't have a choice but to be in the political arena. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. You have to speak up, because if you don't, they're just not going to hear. My thoughts on the press conference. Well, it went as exactly as I thought it would. You know, with this president, he always has backdoor politics, shady dealings, closed door politics, always has something up his sleeve. He's got a major agenda, and we all know that. We knew that the assault weapon ban and restricted magazines was going to come up. That's a no-brainer. But you know, the 23 executive orders that he wants to sign, he goes over the table, he signs them, and you know, I have 23 executive orders, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. You have to find that out on your own. So it's exactly what I expected from them. They definitely have an agenda. You know, I was highly surprised about giving funds towards resources if you want to go the way of protecting our kids in school, possibly with armed guards or training somewhat. He didn't really get too entailed in that, but. And the background checks, well, you know, my opinion on the background checks, if you're a law-abiding citizen, I don't think it matters much if you go to a dealer, they do a background check. So if you're going to buy a gun or sell a gun to a private individual, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you know, you shouldn't have an issue with background checks. That's just my opinion. Other than that, I mean, you know, now's the time. He did seem pretty worried about getting votes in Congress and the House. And he's definitely putting a plea out there to the American people to write their congressmen and get involved. And if I know anything about the middle America, most people aren't politically involved. They really don't care. They just figure let the government deal with it, and their say doesn't matter anyway. And people in middle America, I highly doubt are going to write their congressmen like we've been, or standing on City Hall on their steps and protesting. So keep it up. The less they do and the more we do, we stand a better chance of getting what we need and what we deserve. I just wanted to show real quick USA Today, the state-by-state gun legislation they put in the paper. And going through it, there's about maybe 22, 23 states that are really on board with the Second Amendment. They're pro-gun. No plans of implementing or introducing any bills into their legislation for assault weapon bans. There's a few out there that are looking more into the mental health aspect and the background aspect, and you know that the infamous loophole at the gun shows. But there are a few states that are actually going in the reverse way. They're considering loosening up gun restrictions. There's a few states that want to let their teachers and students on certain college campuses become CCW holders, which is a great idea. In Alabama, right here at the top, they're even calling for an amendment to their state constitution to guarantee the right to bear arms. So that tells you how afraid they are of Obama and his executive orders. The one thing I did find the funniest, well, not the funniest because people died because of it, but the one thing I find most interesting was his call to strengthen the straw deals and trafficking and better prosecution of people who allow guns to go into illegals' hands. Well, I have the perfect case that they should prosecute the first time, and I have the perfect poster boy.